Hello and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so several things have happened since the last time we saw each other. One of the biggest things is the bookshop. Here, one second. Yeah, which I built, opened, and then there was some theft, and so I decided to make an automated system, which is what we'll be discussing mostly today. So, it says now open, because we had a grand opening. Let's go ahead and take that down, because it's no longer open. We're going to build a ridiculous big redstone contraption to make it so that you put in diamonds, you get the book that you want. And anyone that's predicting that this was a stupid idea, yes, Genome from the future saying, yes, you're completely right, this was a stupid idea. Let me just put this away. So basically, this episode is going to be completely about that redstone, the design of it, how it works. I'll have the building of it playing in the corner the entire time. And yeah, basically it was hundreds and hundreds of hours. Not hundreds and hundreds of hours. Lol. It was tens and tens of hours. Might have been 100 hours overall. Like, it was a long freaking process. I do not recommend, if you have to sell 40 books, 40 different books, I definitely recommend that you set up some barrels like this. Barrels or chests or whatever, with the prices labeled. And then if there's theft or something, maybe do like people request books and then you bring them to them or something. Because as you'll see momentarily, it was ridiculous. But anyway, so let's tour what we've got so far, like what I built before. As you saw, this building is a bookshelf, essentially a bookshelf block that I made with the color palette that I had available to me. And then up here, above the sales area, I have like like at libraries and bookstores, they have like places for people to like eat lunch or read books, study, that sort of area. That's what's up there. And then down here we've got, in the barrels, we've got the different books and their prices. We've got item frames that have named items that tell you what's in them. Yeah, see here, there should be 4 books, and one is missing, and there's no payment, which is why. I mean, it's part of why I wanted to make the redstone thing. Mostly, it seemed like a challenge, right? A puzzle, if you will, and I like puzzles, so I thought, how can I even make such a device to fit under this size of a shop so that it can be completely automated, sorry, so that, you don't have access to the book storage. And I came up with some pretty good ideas, I think. I mean, it is 40 books at the end of the day, so it's going to be a crazy amount. But I have a lot of stock down here saved. Yeah, that's my hidden doorway, hidden entrance to my stockpiles of books and totems for our next totem shop, which by the time this comes out will be built as well. So yeah, these are raid farm books, and these are trading hall books, and yeah, as you can see, I have a ton, an absolute ton. So when I get this thing rebuilt, it's gonna be well stocked. Yeah. So why don't we go ahead and get out of here, and I'll go get some supplies, and we'll get started with the with building the new shop. What what do I need? Yeah, let's unload some of this here. And then I'll go get... I'm going to use white wool for all of my redstone stuff so that I can recognize it when I'm digging holes and whatnot. So I think it's going to get very messy. So, yeah. Let's go get every bit of redstone that I have. What do I have in these? Alright. Yeah. So let's just bust a hole through this wall and go get, like I say, every single piece of redstone I have. Alright. So from here on, I'm going to go ahead and put this at super fast speed. And then I'm going to... Oh, actually, you know what? Why don't I show you the storage, the storage that I built, the automatic storage for my for our base, for my team space. So I built this thing. It's pretty neat. I like it. The lights that you're seeing are actually showing you where items are going. So there are items going past whatever light is on. And then it's just a regular automatic storage system, you know. Oh, and then down here, actually, I have a semi-automatic sorting system for the raid farm jobs, for the non-stackable raid farm jobs. I'm gonna grab all these empty shulkers real quick, and then yeah, I'll show you that some other time. But that's pretty cool too. I mentioned it in the last episode. So, anywho, from now on, it's gonna be... I'm just gonna have this very fast time lapse of the construction playing in the bottom corner, and then I'll show you the other stuff full size here. So I'll meet you at the basic module. Alright, so there was so much footage from making these changes to the bookstore that I'm going to actually have to do this episode kind of superimposed. So I'll have what I'm talking about and what's going on down here in the corner. Let's see, how about this one? See me? Over here, down here. In the corner. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll have the stuff that I want you to directly look at down here in the corner, and we'll talk about it. And then in the background, you'll continue to see the time lapse of many hours of stupidity. Absolute stupidity. Don't do this. Do not do this. This is stupid. Don't do it. Alright. So, what I wanted to be able to do was to send the books to people automatically, right? Automated. But I'm selling 40 different books. Actually 40. Like exactly 40 different books. So, I needed a system somehow that you could select the book that you wanted and get it by spending the diamonds. So this is the module that I came up with. So basically 3 different prices. You can do 3 different prices, whatever they are. It can be 2 of the same, whatever, and 1 different. But that way you can have like some sort of selector, like an item frame selector, or what I opted for because I needed the full 15. Well, I think I ended up using 14, but I needed a lot of different pages, so different signal strengths, different selection, and so I used a lectern. So book selection via book, and yeah, so the way that it works is you get the selection, so you get a page, and on that page there will be different options, and then you have a secondary selection system that, in this case it's price, so you put, I don't know, like 2 diamonds and the middle one will go off, right? And so for it to work, what you need to do is be on the right page, which will turn this off, right? Because the books are in here, and then they're feeding down, they're feeding down into here, just to show you that this doesn't do that. It's from before. And then minecarts collect the books and send them to the player. So once you're on that page, then you feed the diamonds to select, and that'll be put a book in the middle one. It only put 1 book. I had the same thing. Anyway, but yeah, let's do this one. So if you push this one, then there you go. And that's basically it. But for 40 of them, I have to do 14 of these modules, and the bookshop is 16 by 16. So I have to try to jam these underneath a 16 by 16 bookshop, which, if you watch in the background, you can see it's an absolute nightmare of a challenge. It is doable. I did do it mostly. The book selection part ended up going outside the bounds of the shop just a little bit, but the good thing is that our team owns the shop on that side, so it's our property either way. So yeah, that's the idea, and the way it works is pretty simple. So when this is on, no matter what you do with these down here, first of all, it won't work because this is keeping those pistons locked. But even if it did, it wouldn't. If this was triggered, it still would be getting the signal from here. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So then when it's on the right page, then if you put the signal through, only the module that's on the right page will get the signal, and it'll only get the signal once. So, I only push that button once, right? And no matter what I do here, it's not going to send it again. So I think it's pretty compact for what it does. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but this is what I came up with. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys. Hopefully, somebody will let me know in the comments how dumb I was and give me a bunch of suggestions for how to make it better if I ever make another one, which will never happen. I want to make that very clear. Never, ever, ever will I do this again. But anyway, so that's that. Okay, so that brings us to the payment system, and also the triggering system for the second half of that module triggering. Ignore the background. There were Endermen. I was playing around. It was fun. Anyway, so what I came up with for that is pretty simple. Just a barrel where you throw your diamonds, and then basically a little item sorter. And so in here you'll have your diamonds here, and then you'll have a diamond there, and then some unique item here. What I opted for was a renamed item using the the code thing that makes it obscure the name, and so nobody can actually reproduce it without knowing what that hidden word is. And then so then 3 different, because I went with 1 diamond, 2 diamond, 3 diamond, then I have 3 different ones of these, and the difference is the timing. So For 3 diamonds, it's like this. Got full 3 ticks there, 2 ticks here, and then basically if you put your, in this case it's hoppers instead of diamonds, you put them in there. Oh wait, let's empty this bottom. Make sure there's nothing in here. Yeah, okay. So you put your 3 in there, you press the button, and then it should put exactly 3 through. Oh. Right. Anyway, now it should put 3 through. Boom. Exactly 3. There'll be nothing in here. Yep. Exactly 3, and you can put the trigger for that module right off of that redstone right there, which is what I ended up doing. And then for 2 diamonds, I believe it's this on 1 tick, that's still on 3 ticks. And then for 1 diamond, you just put them on both on 0 ticks. And that's the system. That's basically it. I've got 3 of these, and then 14 of those. 14 of these, 3 of those things, and then they're all tied together. And then at the end is, just a standard vertical dropper system for sending the book up to an output chest. So, yeah, that's all there is to know, really. I think it's pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you think. Moving on. Alright, so I had a teammate, April, come and help me to test this. And so what she's doing is she's trying to purchase a book. And instead of books for the testing round, I've actually put wool inside. So she just pushed the button, and now we're waiting for... Hey, look at that. The wool actually came out. First try, this thing worked. Like, I can't believe it. I actually didn't test it at all before this. Like, I didn't really actually probably need anybody to help. Like, I wanted to be able to troubleshoot this thing without, while inside while somebody's pushing buttons outside if need be. But mostly I just needed moral support should it fail after all that work. April's the suicide hotline right now. But anyway, so it worked. Yay, that's awesome. I'm not looking forward to stocking this thing up. It's so many barrels down there. So many stock barrels to fill up. Oh, and I gotta dig out those shulker boxes, and then I didn't put them in there in a very organized manner, so I'm gonna have to search through every single one of them every time I fill a new book. Anyway, let's have her test the refund part. Let's go give her a refund ticket. Yeah, I've got some in here. Yeah. Give her a one diamond refund ticket and see if it works. And I'll go down and watch it. Watch for the yeah, let's tell her where to put it. It's pretty straightforward. You put it in that chest. Then I'll watch here to make sure that this activates properly. We should see the redstone on the right light up for just a moment. Anytime now. There we go. Look at that. It worked. Let's go up and see if that threw the stand-in block into the barrel, and boom. Everything is working. On the first try. I absolutely can't believe this. Nuts. So the way it works is, we have a gold shortage on the entire server at the moment, so soul speed is going to be out of stock for quite a while. But the way it works is you select the page that the item that you want is on, you press the red button, and then on that page it'll have 3 different books. It'll have a 1 diamond book, a 2 diamond book, and a 3 diamond book. Whichever one you want, you put that number of diamonds into the barrel, you press the button, and you get your item in the purchases box. And somebody left items here, which is good, because we can play make-believe. So, the fire aspect book. Right, so this is on the last page. Let's go. We'll read these rules in a second, but go to the fire aspect page, which is here, and then you would press that button, put 1 diamond inside because it's the 1 diamond book, and then you'd press it and it would come here. If it was out of stock, actually you would get this ticket, this refund ticket here, which actually let's go ahead and use it. I'll put it back later. Anyway, over here to get a refund. So if you're out of stock, you get a refund by just dropping this in this box, and the refund should be here. It's 1 diamond, so there should be a diamond. Yep. Boom. And crazy as it sounds, you saw that it worked in the testing, and yeah, it works. Pretty wild. Alright, so yeah, let's go look at these rules real quick. So flip to the page, press the red button. The red button has to be pushed every time. I can show you why that is in just a second. And then place the appropriate number of diamonds, push the button of the right color, and then wait, because it does take a while to get all the way down to, I think it's like Y level 14 or something, and then all the way back up. And then if you put any extra diamonds in the system, thank you for the tip. If there's, if it's out of stock, then yeah. So that's that. And next I will show you the puzzle book. But first, really quick, I will show you the reason for that red button. So if you remember from our module, there's if it stays on the same page 2 times in a row, then there's a chance that the colored button that you push, right? So if you're on the same page, pushing this button pushes that redstone block under the observer, or under the dropper that's under the observer, so that the observer gets triggered and then sends you the book. But if you push this again while it's still on the same page, then of course the dropper doesn't get triggered and the observer doesn't, because the redstone block is already pushed under there. So what this actually does is it sets the entire thing to page 1. And if you noticed, page 1 does not contain any books. So it resets the entire system. And that's that. Cool. So, in addition to a lottery, and the other 38 books that are being sold in here, I'm selling a 40th book, which is Genome's puzzle book. Win prizes by flaunting your wit. Anyway, so let's have a look at it, shall we? So, this is Genome's puzzle book. Thank you for your purchase. Oh yeah, I'm selling it for 1 diamond, right? But I guess if you watch my YouTube channel, then you can see the book and all its contents without buying it. Fair trade, I think. So please read the rules and follow the rules. The rules are to submit a puzzle. To submit a puzzle attempt, place a sign anywhere on the second floor wall of the bookshop, and then put your name, the puzzle number, and your answer. You can only attempt 1 puzzle per day. You can only attempt each puzzle 1 time. And so, okay, yeah, so let's get, well, there are more rules at the end, actually. Let's do those first. So more details about the rules. Those are pretty straightforward, but just in case people don't get it. Once you've, and there's also the what to expect once you submit a rule, or submit an answer. So once you have submitted an attempt, I'll try to check it within 24 hours, and then if you're wrong, I'll put it that it's wrong, and we'll leave it up so that future people trying to attempt it can see what the wrong answer, what one wrong answer is. And then you only get 1 attempt at any puzzle. And then, yeah, so the fastest that you can solve all 10 puzzles is in 10 days. And then if you're correct, I'll give you a prize, the prize that's listed in an item frame above your sign, and I'll try to do that within 2 days. Then if you have any other questions, just get a hold of me on Discord. Good luck. Alright, so let's go through the problems. So puzzle 1, okay, so it's the age-old question. I'll just read it. Okay, you're forced to choose between 2 doors. One will lead to your death, one will lead to prosperity. 2 individuals reside near these doors. You know some information about these 2 people. You know that one of them will always tell the truth and the other will always lie. And they both know which door is which, and they both know that, the other will either lie or tell the truth. So you can ask only 1 question to one of them before choosing a door. And then, they'll stop answering questions or disappear, whatever. So what do you ask to ensure that you choose correctly? And if you get this one right, because it's fairly easy and a very old riddle, you get a shulker wall. And so it'll be a shulker filled completely with wool, and it'll be all the different colors. Okay, so puzzle 2. There's a triangle with vertices at Cartesian coordinates 1, 4, 5, 4, 5, 1. And then, at what x value will a line bisecting the smallest angle of the triangle cross the x-axis? That's pretty straightforward geometry question. And if you get this one, you get actually a pretty good award, which is a box of defense, which is a shulker of defense-related items. At minimum, it'll have full enchanted diamond armor, so, it's a pretty easy geometry question, I think, and really, really good prize. If it was me, I'd probably start with this one. Well, actually, I made one of them way too easy, as you'll see in a minute, but Yeah, so maybe the other, yeah. Alright, so far I was question number 2. Right, so question number 3. Multiples of the square root of -1 are definitionally, they're called non-real numbers, or imaginary numbers, or complex numbers. So, if one multiplies the square root of -1 times itself, the square root of -1 times is the resulting number a real number or a complex number? Supply an explanation. One sign should be sufficient, but this particular question might require 2. Also, there's a sign glitch on the server, making it very difficult to write stuff on signs, so if that happens, it might be easier to split it into multiple signs as well. So, I understand if there's more than one sign for a question. And then, the prize for this one is a shopping spree, meaning that I'll give you a shulker containing at least 12 stacks of emeralds, a stack of books, 2 golden apples, and 2 splash potions of weakness, so that you can get, it's not Hero of the Village, but you'll get, you'll get discounts from saving zombies, zombie villagers, and then you get access for 24 hours to our trading hall, which has every single book. It has enchanted diamond armor, enchanted diamond tools, enchanted diamond weapons. Pretty good, I think. Right, so biology question. Why are calico cats always female? Just a simple question. You could look this up on Google, I guess. And then the prize is an axolotl named Foley. You get it? Axolotl Foley. Ha! Okay. Maybe I'm old. Alright. So a code question as well. So this one is a Python code snippet. And then here's the code. I'm not going to read this. You can read it for yourself. And the question is, what prints out at the end if you just run this bit of code? And if you win this, you get a diamond pickaxe. But it's a very simple, it's very easy if you know how to code it all. So, the last two, very easy, not very good prizes. So, number 6. You have 2 repeaters, 1 chest, 1 hopper, 2 redstone torches, 2 pistons, 1 observer, 1 button, 1 lever, some blocks, some glass, some redstone, and a dropper. Your objective is to make exactly 1 item move from chest into hopper in a 1-wide design. If and only if the lever is off and the button is then pressed. Where do you place the dropper? And then if you answer this one correct, you get a max pickaxe, max enchanted pickaxe. And you can tell me if you want fortune or silk touch, if you're a member of the server. And so members of the server can ask if it can ask for either max, fortune 3 pickaxe or a silk touch pickaxe with all the other enchantments. So number 7 is actually a scavenger hunt. So you're trying to find something. So I've placed some items in a furnace at the following coordinates. So you need to find, the members, in order to get the prize, they need to find what's in the furnace by finding these coordinates. And so the x coordinate is the sum of all positive integers between 1 and the 22nd prime number. And then the y coordinate is the diameter of a sphere that is the size of the the longest diagonal of a cube with vertices, with side length square root of 192. And then this is the hint for the z coordinate. I'm not going to say any more about that. Hopefully you can figure it out. Hopefully somebody can figure it out. And viewers, if you're not in the server, feel free to put answers to any of these in the comments below. And once they're solved on the server, I will tell you if you're right or wrong. And then the price for this is a shulker of iron, full shulker of iron, at least a full shulker of iron ingots. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, chemistry question: how do you make thermite? This is useful IRL information, and for this recipe, you get a single stack of rockets. You know, you're Googling it. I mean, come on. So, yeah. And then question number 9 is convert 26 kilograms to SEE units. And for this, you get a diamond block. Again, another easy one. Not a very good prize. And the last question, question 10, is the one that I made way too easy. I should have put the entire thing, but I just instead went with the part of the problem. It was a problem that I liked, that I solved once for a prize in a newsletter from my university, and the answer to that problem hinged on this answer here, which is, and this is also is a typo. There's a typo here, which I corrected on the wall of the bookshop. So anybody who goes up to the second floor can see, yeah, that I made an oopsie. So if n is any integer, why is it true that n cubed minus n is always divisible by 3? It's not n squared. So n cubed minus n is always divisible by 3, regardless of the chosen n, as long as n is an integer. And yeah, so why is that? And then the prize for this one is actually the best prize, because it was a difficult problem and I took all the difficult parts out of it. That was kind of dumb. Anyway, this one's already solved, and I'll show you that in a second. But yeah, what he got was actually, I think I have the footage for that, so I'm not going to tell you, but I'll show you in a second. But yeah, see, question 10 has been solved. There's the correction. And then his answer is over here. So number 10, n cubed minus n is equal to n minus 1 times n plus 1. And that's, I actually had to come and type this for him, and we had to split it into 2 signs because of the naming glitch, the sign glitch. It wouldn't let us put it in any more straightforward manner. It would just put hashtag all of across it. So yeah, so obviously, if you have n minus 1 times n plus 1, one of those 3 things is going to be divisible by 3 because it's 3 consecutive numbers. So that's the answer. And yeah, that's everything I've got for you today. Go out and have fun playing Minecraft. But not like this. Not like this. Don't do this. This is not how you play Minecraft.